Hi and welcome to Best in Tesla News, episode 23. Audi doesn't think that Tesla is ahead in battery technology. Elon still thinks that the full self-driving basic functionality will be ready this year. BMW pulls a Tesla and make a subscription service. For what? And Tesla sold out their shorts, and meanwhile the Tesla stock is rising to new highs. And police is calling Tesla owners to help solve attempted murder. All this and much more to come on today's episode. Let's dive right in. Before we get started, I just want to make a quick shout out to my news Patreons. Sten Lauer Grabowski, Jason Grundy, Todd Morgan, Terrence Sullivan. Thank you so much guys for your support, and let's get into the news. Audi's CEO Markus Duesmann don't think that Tesla is ahead in battery technology. Tesla is not ahead in lithium-ion battery technology, says Audi CEO. We're catching up. I don't see, honestly, Tesla being ahead in lithium-ion technology. With batteries, I definitely don't see them as leading. To deny reality is the worst thing you can do in a situation like this, Mr. Duesmann. This just shows to me how far behind they really are, if they can't even see that Tesla is far ahead. Dear Mr. Duesmann, your Audi e-tron has 204 miles EPA range, and the Tesla Model S has over 400 miles of range. Even the big Model S has 351 miles of range and can still perform in speed and acceleration. Makes the e-tron look like a child's car when it compares to acceleration and top speed of the Model X to the e-tron. How can you say they are not ahead? Sounds to me you simply just don't get it. And Elon talks full self-driving and AI at the World Artificial Intelligence Conference. During a Q&A session in the World Artificial Intelligence Conference in Shanghai, Elon Musk stated, "I think that I remain confident that we will have basic functionality for level 5 autonomy this year." So Elon Musk still think they are on track to get their basics down on the full self-driving at the end of the year. It does not mean that we will have a full self-driving car at the end of the year, but all the basics will be ready and the car will have a decent chance to drive all the way from where you are to your end destination by itself. But very exciting that we are still on track to have basic functionality for level 5 autonomy ready this year. So cool. And speaking of full self-driving, Twitter account A Stable Bread showed his Tesla Autopilot with Hardware 3 auto steering through a roundabout. We can see it stopping for traffic and then going through the roundabout all by itself. Very cool. Tesla Powerwall paves the way for human kindness after bushfire causes 2-week outage. And Tesla's humble battery unit proved to be a source of comfort for a group of Malakuta Australian residents after a massive bushfire ravaged the region and caused extended power outage. For 2 weeks, homeowners Katie and Phil, whose home is equipped with solar panels and a Tesla Powerwall, supported their neighbors, who were also reeling from the catastrophe. They opened their doors to the neighbors, offering solar-powered hot showers to their neighbors, among other things. It was difficult times, but thanks to the solar panels and Powerwall, the homeowners was able to make the aftermath of the bushfire a little bit more palatable for their neighbors. And BMW pulls a Tesla by launching a subscription service for heated seat. BMW recently announced that it is adding another subscription service for its vehicle, just like how Tesla charged for premium connectivity in its all-electric cars. What is rather unique is that BMW will be asking its customers to subscribe to features that are already built in, such as heated seats and automatic high beams. So a subscription-based payment for heated seats? That's just weird. And Tesla owners will probably get video feeds to pop up on turn signals. Last week I talked about the new update where the two side video feeds will also show up when you put your car in reverse. but now they will hopefully soon also show up on turn signals. A tweet sent by us Tesla owners on Twitter to Musk requested the side repeater cameras become full screen when the driver activates the turn signal. The camera that would enlarge to take up the entire dash screen would be the same camera that consists with the turn signal indicator. Musk replied, "Sure, this will be so helpful for drivers to see if there are any bikes next to the car in the driver's blind spot. Great idea." And I just love that the CEO of Tesla is a guy that you can get to on Twitter and actually take your suggestions seriously and get them implemented in the car. What other CEO does this? No one. And an update from Neuralink. And Elon also made a tweet about Neuralink. If you can't beat them, join them. Neuralink mission statement. Progress update August 28th. So exciting, can't wait to hear more about this, so put this in your calendar, August 28th. Tesla earnings call is coming up and it's looking good. Tesla announced date for Q2 2020 earnings call, one of the most important quarters in Tesla's history, and it will take place on the 22nd of July. Analysts have raised the price target since Tesla released its production and delivery results when it announced it had produced 82,278 vehicles and delivered 90,650 units, exceeding expectation, as I talked about in my last news episode. For example, Morgan Stanley raised his price target to 740 and its bull case to 2,070. Tesla's share price is already above $1,400 and has a market cap of over $275 billion, widening the gap down to Toyota, who's currently a bit over $175 billion. So as of writing this, Tesla is worth $100 billion more than Toyota. Wow. And if they're profitable in Q2, I think the stock will take another big jump. And I do believe that they are gonna be profitable in Q2, since Elon and Tesla did release their shorts for sale on their website, and they are already sold out. It is of course to tease all the Tesla short sellers, and the price is $69.420 US. The weird price is of course to get the 420 share price in there that Elon tweeted a couple of years ago that he also got a $20 million fine for. Elon presumably didn't want Tesla to have to pay for his issue with the SEC, and while he couldn't directly pay for Tesla's part of the fine, he decided to buy 20 million worth of shares from Tesla. That way he sort of indirectly ended up paying for Tesla's fine, though he also ended up with 71,000 additional Tesla shares in the process. Not a bad idea, because now 2 years later Tesla stocks is on a tier that makes the $420 take private price sounds like a joke. Musk's $20 million worth of Tesla share that he bought to unofficially pay off Tesla's part of the SEC fine is now worth over $97 million. Not a bad fine he got there. And also Tesla China is heading for new highs. And it appears that Tesla Model 3 is headed for new highs in China, with all-electric sedans selling approximately 14,954 units in June, a 35% increase compared to the previous month. This is quite impressive considering that made in China Model 3 sales already saw a 150% spike back in May. As shared recently by web media research Gigafactory, Chinese overall EV sales for June 2020 stood at around 67,000 vehicles. Among these numbers, and thanks to the rising sales of the Model 3 produced in Gigafactory China, Tesla ended up commanding 23% of China's overall electric vehicle sales. Wow. And there could be even higher numbers coming in the next quarter. Tesla Gigafactory Shanghai Model 3 production surpasses 4,000 per week now that there are 2 shifts. Tesla's Shanghai Gigafactory has significantly contributed to the company's Q2 2020 result yet again. And as the car makers enter their third quarter, the Chinese-based vehicle manufacturer plants seems ready to crush production and sales even more. And there's still steady progress at the Gigafactory 4 in Berlin. The Gigafactory 4 gets its first walls up in the paint shop. And Tesla leads UK's 150% increase in EV sales. The electric car sale is surging in the UK, led by Tesla, which still maintains strong sales in the market despite pandemic. The pandemic has badly affected automotive sales around the world. However, electric vehicle sales have held up well amid the devastation in the auto industry. In the UK, auto sales were down so low in April and May that Tesla Model 3 took the best-selling overall spot with only 800 deliveries. The numbers are now out for June, and it shows that the market has started to recover. Auto sale went from 20,000 cars in May to 145,000 vehicles in June. However, it still represents a 35% decrease over the same period last year. All electric car sales are the exception. It went up 261% in June and 158% so far this year. Year to date, Tesla has delivered just over 10,000 electric vehicles in the UK, which represent a third of all electric car market in the country. Yeah, the big boys really came and stole the whole EV market from Tesla. And Italy's EV market was also up 53%, and of course, once again, the Tesla Model 3 is the best-selling EV. And the Tesla Model 3 is also leading an EV revolution in South Korea for the first half of 2020. In the first half of 2020, Tesla Model 3 topped the sales rating for electric vehicles in South Korea. Model 3 again was ahead of Hyundai Motors and Kia Motors in the first 6 months of this year, which is particularly notable achievement given that Tesla's factory in America was shut down for more than a month due to the pandemic. And both Hyundai and Kia are both South Korean-made cars. Tesla sold 6,839 Model 3s in the first half of 2020. In second place was Hyundai Kona with 4,078 cars. These data shows a significant gap in the sales between Tesla Model 3 and its closest competitor. Yes, there is a clean trend all around the world. The car market is going electric, and Tesla is leading the way. This is just one of the many reasons why Tesla is the most valuable car company in the world, and why the $1,400 stock price is only the beginning. And some more good news for EVs from my home country, Denmark. Because a Danish bank will no longer provide automotive loans for cars powered by fossil fuels in an attempt to encourage customers to consider electric vehicles, which are more environmental conscious. Merkur Andelsbank, a Danish-based financial institute, has announced that they will no longer be financing options for car buyers who are interested in receiving loans for gas-powered automobiles. The strategy should convince many customers to go to Merkur for loans to consider sustainable transportation options because the banks offers the best interest rates for electric cars in Denmark. Nice move, Merkur. You just got yourself a new customer. And police call Tesla owners with Sentry Mode to help solve attempted murder. In a strange glimpse into the future, a police department in Norway is seeking Tesla owners with Sentry Mode to help solve attempted murder. On last Saturday night, someone attempted to burn down the house of Sandefjord's mayor. Sandefjord is a city located south of Oslo in Norway. The local police department is investigating the situation as an attempted murder. According to the local news, they don't have any suspects, but since this is Norway, where there is a high concentration of Tesla vehicles, the police apparently had a smart idea to call on Tesla owners in the neighborhood to see if any of the Sentry Mode might have recorded a suspect. Tesla police to the rescue. And the battle for Tesla's Cybertruck Gigafactory continues. Tulsa's bid for the Tesla Cybertruck Gigafactory came to a head over the weekend when Elon Musk went to Oklahoma and visited the big field where the futuristic EV pickup truck could be produced. Tulsa's Region Chamber Mike Neal expressed how important Tesla's Cybertruck and Model Y factory was to the local community. He said, "This project is a one-in-a-lifetime type project. It is a project and employment opportunity and a capital investment opportunity that would be the largest in history of the state of Oklahoma." And SpaceX gets the Raptor engine ready for SN5. And SpaceX's fifth full-scale Starship prototype is fast approaching its first Raptor static fire test after the company recently delivered one of the newest Raptor engines to the launch site. Hope we will soon see this skyscraper jump 150 meters up in the air and of course land safely back down. Going to be so cool. And speaking of businesses that can make the Tesla stock rise, Tesla Megapack and Autobidder software are being deployed in a UK energy storage project. Following the approval of its application to operate as an utility provider in the United Kingdom, Tesla has been commissioned to utilize its Megapack's battery and Autobidder software for a battery storage project being developed by renewable energy solution provider FRV and British renewable energy developer Harmony Energy. The project is poised to be one of the largest battery storage plants in the south of UK. Philip Hernandez, Managing Director, Engineer and Asset Manager of FRV, said Halls Bay will be the first project in a strategic energy storage pipeline to be launched globally. We are pleased to join together with Harmony Energy in this project that demonstrates the economic and technology feasibility of the battery energy storage system, while supporting the development of UK's strategic sustainable energy program. With an electricity generator license in the UK, Tesla Energy has potential to ramp its business to levels that have been untapped so far. Tesla Energy is still largely ignored by Wall Street so far, but with Tesla Energy increasing its reach in Europe, the time may soon come when it would be downright impossible to ignore the rising of Tesla Energy business. Like I said, it's only the beginning. And Tesla wins another award. Yeah, I lost count of how many. PC Magazine conduct the Render's Choice survey every year. The survey on vehicles, which each year include a determination of overall satisfaction. The most important criteria was the connectivity of the vehicles. And they wrote, Tesla wins our first connected car award with top scores across the board. The electric car maker doesn't even support tech like Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. And perhaps that's the factor in its favor. Tesla earns a stellar connectivity score plus the highest likelihood to be recommended for connectivity alone. The Tesla brand is also on top for having the best backup camera, best Bluetooth implementation and the best integrated GPS navigation. Tesla's interface is the one all cars should emulate. That's all the news we have time for in this news episode. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you should consider subscribing to this channel. I come out with news episodes like this every Sunday and other Tesla and Elon Musk videos in between. If you are already a subscriber, thank you so much for the support. And if you want to support the channel even more, you can for as little as $1 become a patron of this show and help me at one point do this full time. To all my patrons already supporting the show, thank you so much for your support, guys. Really means a lot. And thank you for watching. And until next time, take care out there and be nice.